Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be taking a quick look at this new Ninjago book that was just released, of course, for June of 2025. This is the Ninjago Adventure Atlas, Journey Through the World of Ninjago. And this book, like I said, just came out. I paid about 20 bucks on Amazon for this book, so definitely not too bad. I like Ninjago books and collecting them. This was definitely one that I wanted to add to my collection. You do get a lot of stuff in this book, a lot of information on various locations in Ninjago, more stuff going on down there. You do get a minifigure with this book too. You do end up getting Storm Kai. We will take a look at that here in a second. But overall, for today's video, I would just like to flip through this book, show you guys what there is to see inside the book. Of course, there is a little bit of new information, or at least reworded information. There are also a few funny mistakes in this book too, so this is going to be quite the fun flip through. So without further ado, let's get into it here. Now, like I said, like a lot of other Ninjago books out there, this book does come with a minifigure. Unfortunately, this minifigure is nothing too fancy, nothing too exclusive. Unlike other books that had Future Nia or Samurai Lloyd or literally any other exclusive figure, this figure is just Storm Kai, minus the mask, minus the armor, but he does have his headband and hairpiece combo, so I guess that's something. Yeah, not the most exciting included minifigure ever. I don't think anyone is going to be getting this figure, or this book rather, just for the figure. I certainly did not. You do also get these little fire pieces that you can put together to give Kai his fire power, I guess. The face on this Kai is nothing too different to what we've seen before. That's just the same Ninjago movie Kai face that we've been seeing for many, many years now, so nothing exclusive at all. Okay, and now, getting back into the book here, now that we've taken the minifigure out, let's talk about the inside of the book. What exactly do you see inside? Well, that's where the minifigure was, but you do have a little comic there if you'd like to pause and read that. But essentially what this book is it's kind of just like a huge book of locations, a lot of different locations that you can find in the merged lands. You can see the table of contents right here showing you all kinds of pages about all kinds of stuff. What intrigued me most of all were these pages about the other realms that exist out there. But like I said, just a quick flip through. We're not going to pause and read everything. Introduction, meet the characters. This book is kind of told, I guess, from the perspective of Kai. It's kind of like a Kai central book, I suppose you could say. You got his signature right there, Kai, Elemental Master of Fire. Little excerpt about the merge, meeting your characters, yada, yada, yada. Chapter 1, Urban Ninjago. We got Ronin there, where everything's a steal. So this is basically the section on Ninjago, Ninjago City. This is something that I actually do enjoy over on the far right. We had this revealed a while ago when this book was first announced, but this is literally like villain reviews of Ninjago City and how fun it was to invade. So would definitely recommend reading some of those. Other things about Ninjago City, you do get a lot of this stuff too. The do's and don'ts of whatever location you are currently looking at. That's Urban Ninjago. Ninjago City neighborhoods, okay, yada, yada, yada. Again, pause and read if you would like to read anything there. Next up, Ninjago City Parks and Gardens. We have a nice little section about the Temple of Fortitude up there. This book does have a lot of stuff from all corners of Ninjago. It's not just Dragon's Rising themed stuff, I guess, despite this book pretty much being a Dragon's Rising themed book. There are many, many other corners of Ninjago that are explored here as well. The Crossroads. Who's in the Crossroads? The book does use a lot of variations of actual set images and screenshots from the show. As you can see here, we have some show screenshots, plus a picture of the Sora mech that actually was a set there for a little while. I think it has since been retired. Kingdom of Shintaro, hooray for Shintaro. Like I said, a lot of other locations here aside from just merged land stuff and Dragon's Rising stuff. I mean, we haven't seen Shintaro at all since the merge. The City of Styx, so nice throwback there to classic Ninjago. Got some ghost stuff too. Nice little throwback image of the City of Styx set there from way back when. Can you believe that set is about 10 years old now? That's wild. But anyway, moving on to the next page, we have a little section on Metalonia, and this is actually something that I enjoy. They do have some of the extended lore in here too. The first elemental master of Amber was also from Metalonia. I'm glad that they included stuff like that. Dine with a friend and get 10% off at the Jamanakai Village Inn. So you get like a little coupon in there for a place that doesn't exist. It should exist because I would love to eat there. I'm sure that would be awesome. Chapter 2, Wild Ninjago. Okay, little section on Wild Ninjago, just sections outside the city, I guess. Jungles and forests. A little section here about Primeval's Eye, Overlord Temple, or the Oni Temple, whatever you would like to call it. And of course you do have other reviews too every so often from various characters. Again, I would recommend pausing and reading those. They are pretty funny. The World Forest, of course. Now, if you are wondering how far along we are in terms of like the show, like how late of content does this book have, I haven't seen anything for Dragon's Rising Season 3, at least not yet. Maybe I missed something, but the latest stuff that I can find in this book is Season 2, Part 2 stuff. They do mention the Tournament of the Sources, all that good stuff. Bogs and Swamps. More information about the swamps and the bogs. Time Twin stuff. Ray and Maya, all that good stuff there. Mountains and caves. We have the monastery, little reviews from Posty with the Mosty, and Pythor PC. That's pretty cool. Here we have a missing thing for Master Wu, last seen at the Monastery of Spinjitzu during the merge. So there you go, little hint for Master Wu. Where is he? He's missing. Let's see, we also have the Dragonstone Shrine here. There is a little excerpt on Bonzel as well up there in the top. And also Dragon's Rock reviews. We have a few reviews from Master Wu and Lightning J. Interesting. Let's see, what else do we have on the next page? Deserts and Wastes. Some deserts and wastes, I imagine. Desert of Doom, Sea of Sand, all that good stuff. Who's in Cryptarium Prison? We got Garmadon, which I don't think that's I don't think that's accurate anymore. The Mechanic and Captain Soto could totally still be there, of course. Next up, the Dark Island. One of my favorite sections of Ninjago for sure. Love the Dark Island stuff. We have some Who's on the Dark Island, Overlord, Stone Army, General Kozu. Don't miss Rock Night at the Stone Army headquarters, where we go overboard for the Overlord. Right, totally. Moving on from that. The Endless Sea. We have a whole section on the Endless Sea. I love that Tournament of Elements poster there. That's awesome. A lot of cool stuff here. But Endless Sea, we start with Merlopia. Little section on Merlopia. Pause and read if you would like. Who's in Merlopia? A lot of seabound stuff. Here we have a section on the Island of the Keepers. Cool stuff there. The island is kind of underrated in my opinion, just as a thing, you know, as an entity. Chen's Island, another one of my favorite parts of Ninjago. We have a review from Earth Ninja Cole. This place is a trap. Master Chen stole my elemental power and the powers of my friends. Still 3 stars for the noodles. Not bad. Cole. That is also something that I like about this book. It has a sense of humor. So who's on Chen's Island? We got Chen, Klaus, and Skylar. Other corners of Chen's Island that you might want to check out. Here we have the Lighthouse Island, which I do have many questions about this page. For one, how is Dr. Julian writing a review? Isn't he dead? He's come back from the dead to write a review. Then again, Kalmar had a review written for Ninjago City, so I guess in this book, anything's possible. Dead characters can leave reviews. We also have Nauticon and Echo Zane there writing reviews too. Okay, awesome. Moving on, Tiger Widow Island, more Skybound themed stuff. Like I said, they kind of go through like every corner of Ninjago here. It's not just, you know, Dragon's Rising themed stuff. It's like everything. Then we have, again, my favorite section, the other realms. We do have a book on quite a few different realms. I'm not sure if we have a book on, or not a book, but a page. Excuse me. I'm not sure if we have a page on every single realm. We might be missing a couple. I know for sure we are, but like, again, this doesn't have season 3 stuff. First of all, we have Imperium. So Imperium, hooray, Empress Beatrix, all that good stuff. It's good because I say so. Nice. That is pretty much how she acted. Another side of Imperium, we got the Land of Lost Things. Again, another review from Cole. This place is a real dump. I love it. 5 stars. Oh, you also have the little picture down here of him with the finders. Love that. Of course. That's awesome. Love this page. Moving on, we have The Wildness. Now, this is a page that does have a pretty funny mistake. Over here it says, a lava dragon called Heatwave found the elemental master of flame here when she was a baby. So we don't have heat, instead we have flame. Interesting. Also, this section kind of confuses me. It talks about how the Wildness was once home to a peaceful tribe of tiger people until Lord Rast decided to ruin the peace. I thought he was abandoned as a baby, so I don't know what the deal is there. Maybe I'll do a video talking about that, who knows. But that's the page on the Wildness. The Dragon Dojo is also part of the Wildness, apparently. Just talks a little bit about Egalt, the Dragon Masters, the Blood Moon. Here we have a little certificate that that Lloyd Garmadon has mastered Rising Dragon and is now a 3rd Fang Ninja. Signed off by Egalt and Rontu. Look at that. Perfect. I love the idea of Egalt and Rontu signing off like little checklists. Forest of Spirits here. We have the Shadow Dojo, just another part of the Wildness here. Talks a little bit about Cinder and Jordana. It also says that the Shadow Dojo is no longer in this location, so they don't say where it is, but they are accurate in saying that. Next up, Kingdom of Madness, which I don't think includes any more information about the administration or the administrator. From what I've seen, it's just kind of like the same stuff that we know from the show. They do talk about the big master mechs that they have and, just some other fun stuff about the administration. The Cloud Kingdom gets a whole page with Euphrasia front and center here, but they do reference Moro, previous Master of Wind. Of course, Euphrasia is the current Master of Wind, and in my opinion, the better Master of Wind, but don't even get me started on that. Mysterium gets a whole page. So yeah, definitely leaning into Season 2 stuff here. We have a whole section on Mysterium, talking about Gandalaria, her pointy hat, and how there's a monastery in Mysterium as well. I do like this review from Egalt up here. This is the place to go when you need a spell. Of course. Awesome. Next up here, we have the Realm of Oni and Dragons, aka the First Realm. Again, pause and read if you would like. A lot of hunted stuff in here. Save the dragons, stop the hunting. I agree with that. They also do have the crystallized Master Wu here, labeled as the first Spinjitzu Master. Not quite. Close, but not quite. Next, we have the Never Realm. Okay, Never Realm gets its part 2. They talk about how Zane is the Ice Emperor, of course. Never Realm, never been, never will. Love that. No hot drinks near the Ice Throne. Like I said, this book has a sense of humor, and I do like that. The Cursed Realm, the ghostly Cursed Realm, gets a whole section here. They do talk about how Lloyd was pulled into the Cursed Realm as well. This is definitely a good page for Possession fans, I would say. And finally here, or not finally, but next we have a section on the Departed Realm. So again, as of Season 3, the Departed Realm and the Cursed Realm are fused. This is why I think the book doesn't have any information post Season 2 Part 2, because they don't mention that here. The Departed and the Cursed Realm are both treated as separate things. So, Departed Realm reviews. I really wish Nia hadn't ended up here. Luckily, I wished it to a Jinn, so she didn't. just Jay going around and just revealing the secrets of Skybound. That's definitely a Jay thing to do. Then we have the Underworld, one of the first alternate realms that we've seen, or that we saw in the series to Ninjago. And again, a lot of Underworld stuff here too. A lot of good stuff that's, you know, kind of like a throwback to older Ninjago. We love to see it. What is next? And I think that's, Jinjago. Every single time I think that's it for the realms. We always have more realms. Jinjago do's and don'ts. And for some reason, it doesn't mention, at least not from what I can see, that Aracor is rebuilding Jinjago. So... okay, they pretty much just talk about how Nauticon rebuilt it during Skybound. And apparently... Kai remembers Skybound. So there you go. Kai is telling us about Skybound for some reason. City of Temples, not a realm, but, you know, it does bounce from realm to realm. They do talk about how Sora won the Tournament of the Sources, so if you haven't seen that season, you know, the book just kind of spoils it for you. But City of Temples talks about some of the City of Temples characters, and hooray for that. We've seen a lot of this already, obviously from the show. And the glossary, where you can find out a little bit more about certain things and certain words, I guess. Index, hooray for that. And little whatever is going on here. Your opinion matters, hooray for that. And this is the back cover. That was one hot adventure. Yes, indeed it was. But overall, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for the Ninjago Adventure Atlas. I think that's a pretty good book, all things considered. I'm excited to add it to my Ninjago book collection, and I think I would recommend getting this book if you guys have not done so just yet. It's a nice, I guess, little insight to the world of Ninjago, especially after the merge. So I'd recommend it. Hopefully you enjoyed my review of this book. And that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.